Travel within the United States on the rise. Our next guest is at the forefront of keeping the trend alive through campaigns and marketing initiatives like the ones you're watching. Chris Thompson is the CEO of Brand USA, an organization that has helped bring over 4 million travelers to the United States in recent years, resulting in a nearly $30 billion boom to the U.S. economy. Chris, good to have you on the program. Thanks so much for joining us.
Say good morning. Thanks for having me.
What are you seeing out there? Because it's not just travelers, but it's a lot of foreign money coming to America right now, and certainly picking up steam in the last year.
Yeah, absolutely. People don't realize that international travel's contribution to the economy is huge. Most people don't realize it's defined as an export. 11% of everything that the largest economy in the world exports is tied to people coming here, enjoying visiting, and then the money they leave behind. So it's a major economic engine.
So, Chris Nardelli, we were just talking earlier about the strength of the U.S. dollar or the weakness, and there was some projection that's going to get weaker. Does the dollar have an impact on the decision for international people to travel here, or is it just the attractions of what's going on in the U.S. that you've helped create?
No, absolutely. The strength of the dollar has been something that we've been dealing with for several years. It's been stronger than it has been, particularly in markets like Canada and even Mexico that has in the past shown some elasticity. There's been some effects there. So the strength of the dollar has been a major contributor. Anytime people's wallets are challenged, it certainly affects their ability to travel, not their intent. The aspirational nature of the destination is always there, but that is a major contributor.
Chris, New York City, a top destination for tourists from around the globe. We've had 3 terror attacks in the last 14 months. 2 that killed 8 on Halloween, 2 within less than 2 months. What impact does that have on travel?
Well, first of all, our hearts go out to the victims. I don't care how secure you think your destination is. It's going to be very hard to be able to stop random acts of terrorism and violence. But here's what I will tell you, that our destination, the United States as a whole, is more secure and safe than it has ever been. And these instances aren't just unique to the United States. Unfortunately, they're happening all over the world, and unfortunately, they're just things that we have to realize are a way of life these days.
But with all respect, all due respect, that New Yorkers do not feel that way right now. A lot of New Yorkers don't feel, because again, we went for so many years without having a terror attack in New York City, and we've had 3 in a little more than a year. Yeah,
like I said, when those instances happen, we deal with them on the local level. The local responders are amazing in their ability to be able to come in and deal with those situations, and then we move on. Like I said, it's not something unique to the United States. It's something that's just been a very recent phenomena. But if you look at overall as it relates to how that might affect our visitors, our international visitors, our destination is as secure and safe as it has ever been.
Chris, I want to pivot to where are the visitors going? I mean, I hail from a state that touts it has 300 golf courses within the Phoenix Metroplex. So people go out there, they go to conferences. How important are states in attracting international travelers? And then where are you seeing, what is the biggest draw to the U.S.?
So really it depends on from where the visitors are coming from, which a lot of cases determines where they're going to go in the United States. Certainly other than Canada and Mexico, which we share a border with, you have to be able to arrive and fly. So all of our major gateways obviously are major destinations that enjoy international visitation. The amazing nature of the United States, it's aspirational all over the world. It's diverse geography, it's diverse in experiences, the value proposition from economic to luxury, pretty much anything that anybody would care to experience you can do here in the United States.
Hey, Chris, share with our viewing audience what's the big campaigns for 2018? What are you going to be out there marketing?
So one of the things that we're going to be launching in February of 2018 is a big screen IMAX film. To our nature, we're storytellers. That's primarily what we're responsible for. IMAX is immersive and really compelling. We're going to tell the story of Americana music, the genres of music that have been established in destinations around the country, the musicians that have brought that into existence and then weaving a story about that to the United States.
Well, we're watching it right now. Cool marketing. We're dancing by it.
That's Benny Goodman's "Sing, Sing, Sing," which is one of the most awesome jazz songs ever recorded.
We're going to premiere it. We're going to premiere it in February here in Washington D.C. and soon thereafter in New York. So I invite you to come on out when you get that invitation.
Yeah, we'll be there. Listen, do you have any estimate in terms of what this is going to mean for growth? I mean, the administration's talking about 4% growth in short period of time, given the tax plan, lower taxes, sort of boosting economic activity. Tell us about the activity from travel and new money coming into this country. Do you have an estimate in terms of what that adds to the growth?
So all of our projections long-term are very optimistic, particularly from markets like China. You look at that, it's the largest outbound tourism market in the world, 140 Chinese traveling all over the world. We get our disproportionate share of those visitors. But overall, for instance, 2016, we had $245 billion in spend from nearly 77 million visitors. So long-term projections for that as a contributor to our economy are very positive.
All right.
And very optimistic.
We'll leave it there. Brand USA, we like you, Chris. Thank you.
Thank you much.
We'll be watching. Chris Thompson there.